The ring of the doorbell was a keening harpy. It grabbed Danny Diamond by the ear and hauled him out of bed. He swung his naked legs over the edge of the brass bed frame, rubbing the sleep out of his eyes as the buzzer continued to sound. A glance at the radium clock on the bedside table told him it was just past 4 in the morning. Yeah, I'm coming," he muttered. "And unless you're a pretty girl with a willing disposition, I'm gonna punch you in the goddamn mouth." He switched on the bedside lamp, took the thin robe off the hook on the bedroom door, and wrapped it around his naked frame. The detective always slept in the raw when he had the choice. He was wide-shouldered and narrowed-hipped, with a rangy build of a lifelong swimmer. Dark-haired and dark-eyed, he had a rugged countenance and a jaw that could have been chiseled out of stone. He left the cramped bedroom as the buzzer continued to sound and went into the slightly less cramped living room. A burnt light seeped past the blinds from the streetlight outside, and Diamond used it to navigate the dim room to the apartment door. He jerked it open, ready to unleash a royal ass-chewing. What he saw on the other side of the threshold brought him up short. It was a pretty girl. Her disposition, however, was less clear. She was pale-faced and rosy-cheeked, a page-boy cut of dark hair framing her pertinent face. Her tweed overcoat masked the youthful curves he knew lurked underneath, and he could see the collar of her maid's uniform peeking from the neckline. A knapsack was slung over one shoulder. She was no less beautiful than she'd been when he'd seen her last. That had been more than a month ago, and since then, Diamond hadn't heard a peep out of Betty Robinson. But now there was a frightened look in her blue eyes that hadn't been there before. "Good morning, Miss Robinson," he said, swallowing the curses that had been on the tip of his tongue. "To what do I owe the pleasure?"